In terms of financial, keeping finance records and accounts, how does that work for an
Uh,
artist?
I did do it myself for a few years, and I kept detailed accounts of what I did, and I think that was really useful because it kind of showed me what my outgoings and incomings were, and got me organised. And but then I looked at the fact that it was taking me 3 days to do it, and it's better that financially for me it's better that I'm working and paying my accountant to do my
I
books.
see. Yeah, of
I
course.
mean, it's important to keep an eye on what she's doing, and when you get it back, and sort of see, oh, that's interesting. I spent this much on that, and um, yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple with me anyway because I have a big show every year. I'll do maybe three big paintings and some smaller works on paper, and and then I'll sell prints of my work throughout the year. So but it's generally it's kind of like pretty just stages of kind of lumps of sort of income really. So it's not that complicated, but I just still think it's better for me to get all my expenses and stuff, all of that business.
Yeah.
I did go to some courses about tax, and and that was really useful. Yeah, so that was really useful.
So, yeah, so it's a good idea maybe for our fine artists to check out to something similar.
I think the more sort of savvy and clever you are with your finances,
Yeah.
the easier your life's going to be. Definitely,
Yeah, I mean,
it's just
yeah,
how much time have you got to do that? And you're trying to protect what you do in terms of time all the time, because there's all the constraints that come to you, and as your career progresses, you get asked to do more and more things that kind of take you away from your studio practice, which is great, but it's all about sort of defending that time from other stuff that comes along.
what if you've got some advice for our final year fine artists? What would you say?
What I would say is the next couple of years are going to be quite tough times, But the important thing is to keep going really throughout those times. And even if you can't afford a studio, just keeping the drawing going, keeping the sketchbook going, keeping your ideas going is really important. And just trying to work out perhaps initially a secondary income that will work for you, that will allow you to get that practice. Finding a cheap studio space. I mean, the financial times that we live in mean that there's a lot of empty units around. If you can negotiate with people to take over a unit and use it as a workshop and a gallery, I'm sure many of them are thinking about that already. There's all these different ways of keeping your work alive and letting it develop outside of the cocoon of art college, because it's a totally different environment. And if you can keep it growing throughout that time, and that's when you really start to develop, I think, because you're sort of free from the constrictions of art college in that sense, and you're out there on your own. It's a really, really exciting time, but it's tough, and a lot of people fall by the wayside during that time. They just can't find a way to keep going.
I think that's brilliant advice, and
Yeah.
Ed Gray, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Heather.